Hey guys, Drew back with Drew Does Trucks. I just wanted to share a really cool piece of equipment that we carry now that has proven to be very useful in a couple different situations. So this is the Camco Professional Strength Dual Flush Pro Reverse Flush Valve. The reason that I carry this is actually a couple reasons. First off, this is our sewer drain here. As you can see, it's dry. Now our last camping trip, we camp a lot at the beach. We had a lot of sand get down in the shower, and I'm kind of thinking that was our issue. But the gray valve here, we would push it closed and it would not close all the way. We were continuously having our gray tank drain. I think I got it to close. But this was nice because I could clamp this on here and have a secondary valve right here so I could keep my black tank closed, and we didn't have all of that gray tank water pushing up against this cap just waiting. Now this will leak. It has a rubber seal in it, but it will leak if there's enough water pressure pushing against it. But the big thing is you don't even need to worry about all that water going anywhere, because you put this on here and then you can use this valve here as a secondary valve, so that's good. Now whether or not you want if you decide to leave this on because you have a valve failure and you go down the road, I would advise taking a bungee strap or something and wrapping it back to this, because this is heavy and it's not too hard for it to vibrate or shake off. So the second reason I like this versus just another gate valve is this has a multi-position flush port. So you put your garden hose in here, which could be, if you have a spray port, you can even use your own spray port. And then it has a three-way valve here, and it's labeled. So it's labeled tank, off, and hose. So the nice part about that is it has you can see right here, this little thing. So when your valve is lined up with tank, then your water is going to spray this way into the tank, and when it's lined up with hose, it has the same thing going out. It's going to clean your hose. Just spray the water one way or the other way. So that's really nice. So the nice part about that valve is that if you have to camp at a campground where your hose is going to be laying on the ground draining into the campground sewer because you have a septic hookup, then you can leave this on before your sewer drain, and then you can turn this to hose and hook up your water line to this and clean that entire hose line out before you have to disconnect it. Just keeps everything so much cleaner. Makes your hose way cleaner before you store it, and it also just keeps your hands clean so you don't have all that crap laying in your sewer line. But anyway, like I said, it also will let you flush your tank. Most newer campers are gonna have your black flush valves like this one. So I can put a hose straight in here and flush my black tank. But there are situations, especially if you're having issues with your valves. So like our gray valve, like I said, I think we had sand down the valve. So I was able to drain my black tank, close that, flush it, close it using those. And then I use this to back flush my gray tank. So I'm flushing this entire PVC line here all the way up into my gray tank. I filled that with clean water from the hose. And then I was able to dump it several times while working this valve up and down and finally get it to close all the way. So like I said, this to us has been very valuable. It gives you that secondary valve function. It lets you flush your hose. It lets you flush your lines. If you don't have a power flush valve, then definitely get one of these. It lets you clean your tanks out by opening those valves. Like you can pull this valve and then flush it. But even if you do have a power flush, most campers don't have that on the gray tank. And because you get solids in the gray tank line, that's to drain your shower. So any dirt or sand you're getting in your shower lines, any coffee grinds, anything like that, that can help you clean them out and help keep those valves good. Now, ideally, you'd be able to get to those valves and service them, but as we all know, most of these campers have these enclosed underbellies, and it is a real pain to get to the actual location on the tanks. And that's not a bad thing because it keeps them insulated, but it can make them really hard to service. So anyway, I don't know what the current price of those are. I've had that one for 5 years now. Still works great. I lubricate the seals every now and then. I just use silicone. But we keep it with us all the time. Don't need it on every trip. But man, that one out of every 5 or 10 trips where we need it, it definitely earns I think we paid $30 or $40 for it. So definitely something to keep in your toolbox, in your camper. Weighs almost nothing, doesn't take up a ton of space, and can be a godsend if you need it. especially if you're in the middle of nowhere where you can't get stuff like that. So anyway, hopefully that helps some of you guys out. I know a lot of people that watch these videos are newer to camping and they're not exactly sure how to handle some of those situations. If a handyman has to come out and help you with a stuck valve, a lot of times that's a $100, $150 charge right off the bat. But even if they don't fix anything, they just help you get it open. So could save you that much. Definitely worth it. So stay tuned, check out my other camper videos, and thanks for watching.